Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Down at the Allotment on a lovely spring morning. It's officially spring as of the 20th of March, so hope you've been keeping well. So I've got a busy morning on the allotment today, a busy morning. So what I'll be doing is I'll be stopping this spaniel from eating my mangetout. Anyway, first earlies. Now these are Rocket. So these have been chitting for about a month now. So as you can see, they're coming on lovely. So these are the perfect time now to get these in the ground. Yeah. So these are the first earlies Rocket. So they're going in, and also as well, I've had the old the mangetout. They're going in as well. So and also I'll be putting in me onion sets as well. Because I checked when I put them in last year, actually the year before I'm going by, I put them in around about this time in 2023. So I'll be putting my onion sets in as well. And yeah, so mangetout first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a wigwam. There's a climbing frame for the mangetout to climb up, you see. So I've got some long branches. I've got some string in the old pocket here. And what I'll do is I'll put it's a wigwam, isn't it, basically? Yeah, that's what it is, a wigwam. I put that up. Put some string around it so the little mangetout tendrils can grab onto, and yeah, that's it. So without any further ado, mangetout. And that's that. Now I'll be honest, that took a lot longer than I expected. Then again, that string's been in this pocket for months, so that it was all jumbled up. Anyway, it's all ready. Of sorts. That'll do. Right. So now I'm just going to water the soil, make it nice and moist, nice and damp. That'll just make it easier to mould the holes for the mangetout. So I'll just give that a water. Right, so I've got the mangetout in here. Now these are all in these cardboard pots, which you can actually pot with this, but I'm just going to take them out. I can reuse these, and I'll plant these in without the pots. These take a little bit. These actually do take a while to break down, so I want to give them a chance. So as you can see, I'll take them out of the pots and I'll pot them like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to space them out. I'm going to put one here, one there, so 1, 2, 3, one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 10. So I shall pop these here. That's the mangetout in. I'm just going to give these a little bit of a water, and that's it. because they're set. Perfect. And like I said, that's the first time I've ever grown mangetout. I've grown peas before, broad beans, but I thought I'd try something a little bit different this year. So, mangetout it is. Let's give them little tendrils a bit of a chance. Get them up there. That's it. Right. Now, onto the potatoes now. So I've got some first earlies, rocket, and let me show you what they look like. So here is the rocket first earlies. Now I've been chitting these for about a month. So as you can see, the shoots are coming on lovely. They're about 1.5 centimetres. So what you need to decide is, if you want smaller potatoes, but lots of them, leave as many of these shoots on as you can. You'll get lots of them, you'll get a decent harvest, but they'll be small. If you want larger potatoes, but less of a harvest, take off all but maybe 2 of these shoots. And yeah, they'll be bigger, but you get less of them. So it depends what you want to do. So what I've done is I've taken off all but 2 of these shoots. So I should get larger ones, but not many of them. So, and these are determinate potatoes. Now, determinate and indeterminate. Determinate ones mean that when these grow, the potatoes just grow in one layer. Whereas indeterminate potatoes, they grow in different layers. So with these, what I'll do is I'll plant them in the raised bed, and I'll put some grass clippings over it just to insulate the soil. And with these determinate potatoes, you wouldn't really need to build up the soil around them, because they're only going to grow in one layer. And putting the grass chippings on top, grass cuttings, the grass cuttings, that would insulate the soil. And also, if any potatoes start to come through, you can put more grass cuttings on just to protect the potatoes, stop them from going green. There we are. So let's get these in the ground. Here we are, all ready. First early's going in. Here we go. I'll just position these where they're going to go. Now I'll just get one more. Just got it in the shed. I'll be right back. There we are, the elusive one, and that's going right there. So what I'll do is I'll just use this. So I'm going to plant them maybe about 10 centimetres below the surface. And also as well, what I'll do is I've got some fish blood and bone, sorry. I'll just put a little bit of that in there, just to give it a bit of a start. So 10 centimetres down, with the shoots pointing upwards. Because if you put it on its side or down, the shoots will naturally want to go upwards. So if you put it on its side, it will just turn upwards. So it's easier and less of a job for the little seed potato to use its energy to turn it, to go sideways and then up again. So there we are. So about 10 centimetres there. Bit of fish and blood and bone. There we go. That's it. That's that one. I'm not sure if you do, or you've got raised beds, or if you plant directly into the soil, I went for raised beds solely because it's neater, it's not as messy, I think, and just rows and rows of it in the soil. That's just my opinion. Maybe a little bit of OCD kicking in, because I like everything all in nice rows. It looks tidier, and also as well, you can reach. You're not bending down as much. So you've got, obviously with a raised bed, you've got things to lean on. You're not leaning on the wet soil. So for me, it's perfect. Now, regards the cost, each one of these pallet collars, we call them, they cost £6 each. Right? So it's 6. Remember, I've got 10 of these, so I bought 10 for £60. And that was a couple of years ago. But I've checked recently, actually I checked last week to see if any were still available. And I've seen a spaniel behind us. I can't believe this. Anyway, so I checked about a week ago, and you can still get them for about £6 to £8 per pallet, pallet collar. Right, per pallet collar. So look, let's call it £8 for a pallet collar, one of these, which you make into a raised bed. These are about 1.2 metres by a metre, perfect size for me. You can get them smaller, excuse me, you can get them smaller, you can get them bigger, but for me it was perfect size. No, leave those alone. So it's perfect size for me, £8. Cardboard underneath, right, which I'm sure everybody in the country gets stuff delivered now, they must do. It's the thing now, isn't it? So you must have cardboard. So cardboard underneath to suppress the weeds. Obviously that'll break down over time. On top of that, it was maybe a couple of bags of compost on top, right, just to fill it in. So you're looking at cost-wise per raised bed, £8 plus roughly £20 for 2 bags of compost. You're probably looking at, for your raised bed, the wood, right, the compost, if you're buying it from a garden centre, maybe £20 for 2 bags, 200 litre bags. So you're probably looking at just short of £30 per raised bed. I don't think that's bad. Don't forget, that's the investment, isn't it? Considering that the yield that you have year after year, the amount of money that you're saving on food, and it's the enjoyment of gardening, isn't it? It's regardless of the cost, really, isn't it? I'm sure if it was a cost thing, then you wouldn't be growing, would you? It's the act of right now we're putting these little seed potatoes in, and then watching the sprouts come through and it growing, and then you harvest it. It's all part of the gardening journey, isn't it, really? So yeah, anyway, so yeah, cost wise up to £30 per raised bed. There we are, and that's the investment, isn't it? I'm sure if you build it yourself and get wood, I'm sure it will be a lot more expensive, but well, there we are, and I'm happy with that. Like I say, I've got 10 of these. I got them for £60 for 10. For me, the most expensive thing was the compost, actually. But I decided to get that from a garden centre. Oh, I forgot to put my bone meal in. Oh, I forgot to put those. That's it. So I shall carry on and plant these. There we are, that's the rocket. Now, do have some more rocket left. I think I've got maybe 6 more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in some canvas bags. Now, this is how I do it. Right, so I've got some of these canvas bags that I used last year. So I think these are about 50 litres. So a bag of compost should fill 2 of these. And I've got 5 of the seed potatoes left. So what we'll do is I shall put the compost in there. So here we are, 50 litres. Pour this in. That's it. So what I do is I put about 10 centimetres of soil in first. That's it. So you can see that it's 10 centimetres of soil in there, compost should I say. And then what I'll do is I shall get the first earlies, and I'll show you how I put them in. I will put them in the right, so this is it. So you can see that because these are determinate potatoes. Because these are determinate, what I do is these will just grow on one layer. So I'll put one here, can you see that? One like that. And then another one in the opposite side. So it's like that. Then what I do is I put some more compost on top. No, don't. I put some of that. Put some of this in. The old fish blood and bone. Then put the compost over, making sure that the shoots are facing upwards. And what I've done is it's another approximately 10 centimetres of compost on there, and then on the opposite, so if you can see that, so on this, the first ones went there and there. On the next layer, I'll put one here, opposite sides. So there, that one there. That's it. And then that's it. Hello. I'll give that a nice water, and fingers crossed it'll all be all right. I know I've got one seed potato left there, but and that's it. That's the first early's done. Don't need that one. Now I'm going to do my the onions now. Get those onions in. So onions next. The onions all set. So these are called Stuttgarter Giant. Now my previous couple of years I've had what have I had? Hercules. They were nice, decent sized onions actually. Thinking on decent sized onions. So I thought I'd go for a change and go for some Stuttgart. I think these are supposed to be a half decent size as well. So again, can you see that? Little onion set, miniature onion. You can do it from seed. Last year I tried to be clever and I tried to grow it from seed. I haven't got a clue. I think it's where it was positioned. I positioned it really close to the hedge, and I don't think it didn't germinate at all. So I thought I'd go back to onion sets again and see how we get on. So yeah, little miniature ones. there's a pointy end and there's a blunt end, pointy end up. So in there, just the tip of the pointy end. So it's about 10 centimetre gap with the tip of the pointy end just on the surface of the soil. There we are. Now, I had a half decent harvest last year actually from the onions. Fingers crossed. Both the years I've had the allotment, the onions have done really well. So, yeah, so there we are, 10 centimetre gaps. And then about a 15 centimetre spacing. That's it. So, plant between March and April, which is coming up to the end of March now, and harvest between June and August. So what I'll do is I'll just pull these over. What I'm going to do, put those in. That's it. That's the onions in this bed. I've got another bed here that I'll be putting the onions in as well. So I'll have 2 beds of onions. We like onions, and we use a lot of them in cooking. So that's the plan. So come on, little one. Oh. So the onion sets are in. So I've got 2 raised beds with the onions in. So this one and the one over there, because we do like a nice bit of onion. So I just need to give them a water, then they're sorted. Oh, well, it's been quite a busy morning actually. I've got my mangetout in over there. I've got my climbing frame all set up. Fingers crossed that stays in one piece. I've got my first earlies in, my rockets in. So I've got one in the raised bed, and I've also got a bag in over there that we did. So that's the first earlies in. I've got my onions in. Hey, not a bad morning. Now we're expecting rain tomorrow, so but I'll give these a bit of a water, and then that'll be it, sorted. Yeah, I'm happy with that today. So hope you have a wonderful gardening this weekend, and until next time, happy gardening, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.